One fine Saturday, James and Spencer wanted to rest at Tidmouth Sheds. But Percy was there talking to Phineas, Ferb, and Isabella. He was telling them about the time he had a bit of brave bad weather to help his best friend Thomas. It was raining hard. Water swirled under my boiler. I couldn't see where I was going, but I struggled on.
Oh, Percy, that was so brave of you.
Oh, it wasn't anything really, Isabella. Water is nothing to an engine with determination. Tell us more, Percy. Well... Hey!
What are you engines doing here?
Yeah, this shed is for Sir Topham Hatt's engines only, and James invited me here.
Now go away and beat it!
Silly things. They're not silly. Percy had been enjoying himself, but now he's cross because James and Spencer send Phineas, Ferb, and Isabella away.
They are silly.
And so are you. Water is nothing to an engine with determination.
You said. Could have said it better myself.
Anyways, I'm never scared of water. I actually like it. And Percy ran off to Brendam Docks. Silly Percy. What do you think has ever gotten into him anyway, James?
I don't know. I just wished I know that by now.
Percy arrived at Brendam Docks and found Thomas on the quay who was looking at an old board. Danger! Engines must not pass this board. We mustn't go past that board, Percy. That's orders. Why must not ever pass that board? Because danger meant falling down into something, and that's not good enough. I once went past danger, and I fell down a mine. Percy looked beyond the board. I can't see a mine around here. He didn't know that the foundations of the quay had sunk. The rails now sloped down into the sea, right next to Bulstrode's deck. What a stupid, lame board! Why, if I should have gone near that board, I would... Oh! Genius time! Genius time! Percy had made a plan. The next day, on his way to Brendam Docks, Percy whispered to the freight cars, "Will you give me a bump when we get to the quay?" The cars were surprised. They've never been asked to bump an engine before. They giggled and chattered about it on the way to the docks. I hope nobody doesn't know my plan. On, laughed the freight cars. Percy thought they were helping him out. I'll pretend to stop at the station, but the cars will push me past the board. Then I'll make them stop. I can do that whenever I like. If Percy hadn't been conceited, he would never felt so silly. Of course, every wise engine knows that you can't trust freight cars. They reached Brendam Docks, and the quay came nearer and nearer. Percy's driver began to apply the brakes. That was the signal for the freight cars. Go on, go on! Banging their buffers as hard as they could, they bumped Percy's crew off the footplate. Ow, said Percy. The rails were slippery. Percy's wheels wouldn't grip as he slid past the board. That's enough! But it was too late. Once on the rails, Percy slithered into the sea. Percy was sunk. You're a very disobedient engine. Percy knew that voice. It was Sir Topham Hatt. Percy's voice was, bubbled in the water. No, Percy. We can't do that until high tide. I hope that will teach you to take care of yourself and obey my orders. Yes. It was dark when Cranky soon rescued Percy. Poor Percy was too cold and stiff to move on his own. Next day, Percy was sent to the steamworks on a freight train pulled by Emily. But I'm sorry to say that there are some engines to see Percy. Two of them be James and Spencer. Well, Percy. Did you like the water? Not really. Am I ever that surprised or what? You just need some more determination, Percy. It's like you said before. Water is nothing to an engine with determination. Oh, the indignity.
Ugh, you guys are being so horrid. It was just an accident that Percy went into. Don't worry, Percy. I'm sure they'll forgive you somehow. Oh, and just to keep it as a secret between you and me, perhaps you might like the water better next time.
Percy was quite determined that there won't be a next time.